All right. Well, if you're here, I'm assuming you're in university, college, and you're hoping to succeed. As a recent graduate, I'm here to kind of provide my advice, my tips and tricks, what uh, what worked well, what didn't work well. That's really the main goal for today's video. Kind of set a goal of 10 minutes to see if we can do this. I'm a bit unwell, so apologies if I start sneezing or anything. But I think I should be okay. I had some medicine, so I should be okay. Yeah. So in terms of university, for context, I went to the University of Toronto in Canada. I studied computer science, and I just graduated. I think it's been a year now, so it's been yeah. And then I had a great time. I made some good memories over there. And honestly, what worked really well for me is, along with school, kind of, of course, it's the academic aspect of succeeding, but there's also, like, I think there's much more to university than that, because university brings together a whole bunch of really bright-minded individuals together, right? You meet such um, amazing people who've done amazing things, and you get to see them. I mean, at a state like at an institution like the University of Toronto, people are coming from all over the world as well. So that exposure to different people was definitely one thing I took very great advantage of. I never really. It's very easy to kind of wrap yourself in a bubble, concentrate on school because it's hard, right? You have to spend a lot of time with studying, and I feel like studying can be an it can be the more like the more time you spend, or how should I say this, it's no matter how much you study, it never feels like it's enough at times. So you need to kind of tell yourself to stop and then do other activities, and that's what I did. I told myself to stop, or I just like booked other activities and then wrapped my studying around that. So extracurriculars, um, making sure to spend time with friends, making sure to, or just doing homework with classmates, speaking with professors, kind of participating in class, going to office hours and talking with students. Honestly, those things took me pretty far. Like I'm pretty happy with that experience and being connected with these people even after graduation. I know that I can kind of send them a message, and they're kind of there, and vice versa as well. If they send me a message, I'll be there for them. Those the network that you build it's really important. And I feel like network is a bit of a professional, or what's the word? A bit of a term that's it's I guess friendships might be a more lighter, more friendlier term than network, because these people are some of the people that you meet here are definitely lifelong friends. So I don't want to just simply say it's like a network. It's a two-way street. You give back, they give back, and yeah. So that's one thing I really enjoyed about university. Now let's look on the other side. So what's one thing that or I guess, sorry, I said one thing I enjoyed, or one thing that worked well for me. So one thing that really helped me along my journey throughout the years of my university. One thing that didn't work so well for me, I've talked about this in my consistency video. It's the idea that I wasn't really, or I guess it's a separate topic than consistency. I didn't really have a vision in mind for my degree. So, I was in computer science. Sure, I know I want to do computer science now, but what specifically in computer science? Because there's a lot. There's computer vision, there is video games, there is web development, there is mobile development, there is backend, there's the cloud, there's security, there's networking, there's machine learning, artificial intelligence. There's so much. And you can kind of apply this to different degrees as well. There's a lot of options at times. And I wanted to do everything. I wanted to just be like, oh, I want to try everything. I want to take the time to experiment with what I can in university. And sure, that's great. I think I got an idea of what. Well, actually, even now, I'm still kind of confused in terms of what I like, what I don't enjoy. I kind of like everything, so I've decided to stick with mobile development and that's what I'm kind of going with. It worked out, so now it's what I'm doing. But I think having a vision would have made things a bit easier. Though being able to experiment everything in university gave me a general kind of overview of what everything is, and specializing too early can kind of limit your options too. But having a vision, having a guideline can navigate you more clearly, because otherwise you're kind of just hoping for opportunities to come your way. Because mobile development, I mean, I had no idea I would end up in mobile development. It was just kind of a random thing I did at a hackathon, and it ended up working out. And sometimes maybe that's what you need. Sometimes maybe that's the way to go about it. Maybe that's not actually a thing that worked out well for me, right? But then I see my other peers, and they kind of had more of a vision. In their first year, they knew the courses they would be taking, or an idea of the courses they'd be taking in the third or fourth year. I didn't think that far. I just thought about my first year, and that's all. I wish I thought a little bit more about my later years, right? So first year, second year, third year, fourth year, kind of build a general roadmap. It's okay if that roadmap changes, but at least take some time to brainstorm and think about that. So yeah, so that's that. I thought of a second thing that didn't work too well for me. So I'll talk about that before I talk about something that did work well. I'm not sure if I have much more to say about what worked well. I think the people stuff was a pretty good thing that worked well. But I'll move on to the second thing that didn't work well. I took a lot of courses, a lot of heavy courses. So, we have at university, the default is usually 5 courses. You can take 4 courses, 6 courses. 5 courses is what people usually take every semester. And what I ended up doing, especially my third and fourth year, because I wanted to do everything, I took a lot of heavy computer science courses. So I was doing like 4 computer science courses in one semester, and I think that was a mistake. Because first of all, I mean, it brought my GPA down. When you take so many heavy courses, and you're also involved in extracurriculars, and you're also doing like other things, right, working or doing things, you can't balance all of that. You're gonna have some struggles or some downfalls somewhere, and for me that was my GPA, where that took the downfall a little bit. So I wished I kind of balanced it out. I kind of gave myself a bit more space, took a bit more electives, right? Sure, it's very exciting to see all the cool stuff you learn in computer science, but taking compilers, parallel programming, security, operating systems, right? Taking that all in one semester, it's like, calm down, put on the brakes, right? Try out some other courses. There's so much that is offered, so many different courses, and there's electives for a reason, right? And I got like the advice that you should kind of take 2 or maybe 3 hard courses and then balance it out with like a medium course and then 2 lighter courses. That's the general guideline I got. I completely ignored that advice in third and fourth year, but I wish I took it a bit more seriously, because first, I mean, it would have helped maintain my good GPA that I had from first year, and second, I think I would have just enjoyed the courses a lot more. And because I when you're taking so many, like 4 courses, when you're taking 4 computer science courses, you're not gonna absorb as much material as you would if you're just taking 2, right? Because then you can focus more on those 2 courses, learn them well, in depth. It really does depend, because there's that concept of breadth and depth. But even with breadth, there's a limit to how much you should be expanding. Because the more you expand, you'll be a jack of all trades, but you will, when you're asked about things that are more in depth, that's where things are going to be a bit more difficult. So I'm going to leave it at that. I think I've reached the 10-minute mark now. It's kind of a random video. I just wanted to rant to the screen, reflect a bit now that I'm thinking about like a master's, and hopefully this personal reflection is helpful to you too. All right, bye.